insisted that this was a good idea, management remains skeptical. Welcome to the 933 Experiment. This is News Radio WRVA.
On the anniversary of the founding of UPS, 1907 on this day, we're going to talk about a new way to have something delivered to your house. It's called Amazon Air. Amazon yesterday.
I'm glad you added the word air there.
Yeah.
A new way to have something delivered to your house. It's called Amazon
Air. Gary, let me back up for a minute. blah, 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 blah. Listen, I'm tired. I went out twice in school nights. I'm exhausted, but I'm going to get through this final portion of the program. Yesterday, I went out to the racetrack, and they had an open house showing off this new
Was that up
drone.
in the Torque Club?
Yeah, it was up at the Torque Club.
It's so cool up there.
So I went and watched. I looked. The drone is huge. It's like 5 feet 5 inches, 6 rotors. Can deliver a package about under 5 pounds, the size of the normal Amazon package. They will fly out of their facility right next to the racetrack, 7.5 mile radius as the crows fly. And if I order something on my phone, Gary, they can deliver to my house within an hour.
That sounds promising. Depends on what you're having delivered.
They asked them that. They're pretty good at packaging stuff. You could get just about everything.
Well, I'm saying my desire to have it delivered that way would depend on what I was ordering.
Sure, absolutely. So the big question is, I put it up on Facebook, facebook.com/newsradio.WRVA. There's 2 pictures of the drone. Would you use the drone? Would you be happy using the drone? Because I saw a bunch of people there yesterday. There were some balloonists. There were a ton of drone enthusiasts. And then some people that were there, okay, I'm interested. And then a bunch of people like, I hate this thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to hate it anyway. So I have a question for people. You can chime in. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Dave opened up the phone lines. You can use the text message line as well. Facebook.com/newsradio.WRVA. Is this a good idea, bad idea? Will you be using the drones? Would you feel comfortable? Do you want the drones to drop off packages at your house? Gary, Super Dave, what do you think?
I would be all for it.
I was talking to my sister yesterday when I was driving home. I said, what do you think mom would do? She said, your mom would probably buy 5 packages a day just so she could watch the drones drop off things. And then when the grandkids came over, she'd order 2 more, and they'd sit out there in a lawn chair to watch the drones drop off packages.
Well, and this is just how my head works. I can see the porch pirates watching for drones and then chasing the drones to the house and stealing whatever they drop off.
All right. So let's open up the phone lines. Good idea, bad idea. Do you have any concerns? Well, I'll have my own public forum for you right now because I've kind of figured out everything that we're talking about yesterday. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. I'll answer all your questions for you that I learned yesterday because I asked. They're going to do they could do up to 1,000 different deliveries a day. You should be able to get your things within an hour. If they can't land, then they could retry, or they could put your package on a truck and get it to you. But it is an emerging new technology. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Call, send us a text message on the James River Air text line, facebook.com/newsradio.WRVA. It's interesting. I mean, we said this on the program yesterday. The Jetsons were a cartoon fantasy when I was a kid, and now all this stuff from the Jetsons is coming true. How did George Jetson get to work? He went in his little drone car, right? What happened when Elroy was getting dropped off at school? Daughter Judy, Jane, his wife, they all kind of went from his car to a little drone that would take them to wherever they were going. Elroy got dropped off at school. Judy got dropped off. Jane got dropped off. He went into work at Spacely Sprockets. We are living the Jetsons right now. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Are you going to use this service to drop off packages? Do you have any concerns about the packages being dropped off? Do you have any concerns about the drones flying through your neighborhood? 833-804-1140. 833-804-1140. Hurry up and call right now before you run out of time. Somebody said drones. No one would care if Amazon used French-speaking vision. I can't say this. You can't say. You're gonna get me fired if I say what you just put in here. But thank you. No one would care whoever they used, as long as they're as long as they keep getting the packages delivered. I got to clean that up. I almost read that without looking at it first. Does air delivery cost more? Does drone drop packages from 30 feet? Two great questions. Again, if you want to ask a question, I went over there yesterday specifically, spent like 3 hours over there at their press conference and meet and greet. 833-804-1140 if you got a question. The way they described it is, if you're a Prime member and the order is more than $50, it's free. Less than $50, I think it was like $3.95. Non-Prime members, like $5 or so, is what they were quoting for prices. So that's what it costs. So here's the way it works, Super Dave. You ready?
You're talking that's on top of
that's the delivery fee.
Yeah, that's in addition to whatever their delivery
right. So I have
their handling is before.
I'm kind of,
which isn't too bad. An extra $5 if you're not a Amazon member.
Is that cheaper than DoorDash?
Oh well, everything's cheaper than DoorDash.
Right? Is that cheaper than Postmates?
The only thing that I would be worried about was the thing dropping it off and dropping it from like 10, 15 feet and it breaking.
So here's what I'll tell you. Here's how it'll work. The distribution center, and it's not approved yet. They're not up and running yet. Maybe by the end of the year. The drone, you put your order in, they go to the fulfillment center that's right there next to the racetrack. They put it over in the drone. Inside the drone, in the body of the drone, there is a compartment. They put it in there, secure it, close it, boom. Drone will immediately shoot up in the air right away. It goes straight up vertically. Think of a Harrier jet. Instead of taking off on a runway, it just goes straight up in the air. That's how this drone will go. It'll go immediately up in the air. For 40 feet in the air is I think where it takes off. Then it will race to your house. So it takes off vertically till it gets to the point that it could take off and go horizontally. So it goes straight up in the air. Then it goes rushing towards your house. Dave, 70 miles an hour.
That'll get to wherever you're going pretty quick.
Pretty fast, right? So as the crow flies, it's going to go over your house. It's going to go over everything. It doesn't follow street. It doesn't follow streets. It just flies over everywhere. Just straight as a crow flies. Gets to your house. You have places that you've identified, and they've identified that they can deliver your package. It will then go over your house, and then it'll hover down to your house 10 feet off the ground. The trap door will be released, and your package will fall 10 feet from the drone to the ground. Then the drone will immediately shoot back up in the air 40 feet and then take off. They don't go any higher than 400 feet in the air, and that's their space to fly. If something's in the way, the drone will return back to the home port, and that's how we'll have packages delivered.
So it doesn't go below 10 feet. That's the lowest it will go.
That's the lowest it'll go. Right.
To drop the package off. And it doesn't go up above 400.
Yes.
Well, see, and one of the other things I'm worried about is some of the fools driving down the street. They'll see a drone. They'll stop right in the middle of the street and say, hey, look at there. There's a drone over there. I got to stop and take a picture.
Go look at the drone.
Oh, just keep going.
The first time that it happens, people will be kind of like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah, they're going to get out their phones and start, oh, my Instagram's gonna love this.
A year from now,
and so they'll stop right in the middle of the road and start taking pictures and taking video.
A year from now, no one will care.
No. Yeah, it'll be an everyday thing.
All right. Does anybody have any pushback? 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Somebody says, hey, Richard, you're talking about these drones going to rural areas. I can see somebody, and I won't say what you called them, out there with a double cage yelling, "Bo!"
Yeah, but if you see these things, it's going to take a lot more than a 12 gauge to shoot that thing down.
Oh no, they are 100.
Yeah,
they are
they're 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide.
5.5 feet tall. It's not like the little drone that that your neighbor
Yeah, it's
has.
not the
that he plays.
hobbyist drone.
It's not the hobbyist
And that's
drone.
what I thought it was going to be.
I did too.
And then you showed those pictures. You posted those pictures on Facebook, and I saw those, and I go,
That's
wow,
like
that
a
thing's
real
huge.
industrial size drone.
Yeah, you're going to need a cannon to take that thing down.
Now they're autonomous flight, whatever you call them, contraptions. So that it's not like there's a guy standing there with a joystick. They take off. They know where they're going. They use 5G and other ways to communicate, and then they will get to your house, hover, drop it off. If there's an issue or there's something going on, they'll pull back out of the way. Now it's not going to be. It's 7.5 miles of the crow flies, but then they will have spots that they can't operate. If you're close to the airport and you're in a flight path, they won't operate. So they map it all out, and there's places they go and there's places they won't go, and it's non-negotiable. So they were showing in Arizona where they're in Phoenix, in one of the suburbs. There are spots where there's, I think they're eagles that are nesting, not bald eagles, but a different kind of bird. And during the winter time, that's where they nest, and they won't fly over that portion. There's parts over near the airport or a private airport. They won't fly over that. So there are places they will not and will not fly in this drone delivery. They also will be just delivering to houses to start off with, not to businesses. Although if I can get them to deliver Diet Coke over to the studio, that would be awesome. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140.
And we do have a big parking lot where they could drop it off at.
Somebody responded back saying, a shotgun's not going to take one of those out. Of course, everybody's like, hey, listen, 12 gauge with tungsten shot will take it down for sure.
Not anything this big. Trust me. I've shot plenty of shotguns and at many targets, some even moving, and you'd hit it, but I don't think it'd take it down.
So my buddy Scott from King William says, hate to be the bearer of bad news. Why are you people doing this to me right now? That's why we call this experiment. I have no idea what's going to come out of your guys' heads today. Says, I bet you we can take that drone down. Okay. Do you remember the part of Independence Day? Do you see Independence Day?
Yeah, it's been a while.
They put a newscaster on there. I've just been handed this. Script. Well, the Los Angeles Police Department is pleased to ask citizens to not shoot at the alien craft.
Yeah, that alien craft was like miles long.
Please, authorities have asked you, Los Angelinos, please don't shoot at the alien craft. I will have to tell people, I've just been handed this notice. The Virginians are being asked not to shoot at the drone. I don't think people are going to be taking pot shots of the drone. I think it's going to be kind of unique when it first goes online. Right now, there's 10 cities in America, one in England, that they're doing this. And they said they've had hundreds of thousands of packages delivered going on right now. They also said, Dave, that they're autonomous. So there's not somebody standing there watching, like flying it like a hobbyist as they deliver. And then they said that there are cameras on there, but no one's sitting there looking at the data or watching the camera. They're not going to use it to look at you. They're simply
unless
there.
you try to shoot it down, then they might look at it.
No, you know what? People asked a bunch of questions, some good, some goofy. Nobody asked about whether Virginians. And by the way, some of you said, I accept your challenge. I'm not challenging you to try to take out a drone. I'm just do not put that on me. I get enough trouble as it is. Do not put that on me. They also said they'll work with law enforcement. Obviously, if there's a police action or something going on, the drones will not get in the way of that. But is it kind of just tell me this honestly? Did you ever think in your life that we would actually have drones delivering packages to your house that you can order something and it would get there within an hour?
Well, just think if this becomes normal,
right?
you'd see the It could eliminate the mailman. If, and that's way years and years,
but this
decades
is technology,
away,
right?
But if if they're using it to deliver packages, why couldn't the postal service?
Because it's the federal government, so they can never get that right. Sorry, you're assuming
everybody's
right?
Everybody's going to want to shoot those down.
But think about this, though. Think about this. There would be so many different opportunities if you could do that. I mean, this gets us closer to flying cars. This gets us closer to the Jetsons.
You could be a drone mechanic and fix all the ones everybody's shooting at.
Stop it, Kurt. No, we are not going to shoot at the drones. Stop it. Oh, great. Now I'm getting just text message after text. See what you people started? Now
you know what's going to happen.
There's
going to be some fool out there with his daddy's double barrel shotgun trying to shoot it down.
And now,
and they're going to be upset because you're not going to hit something at 70 miles an hour.
70 miles an hour.
Yeah, but
200 feet,
a couple hundred feet in the air.
Yeah, but it's so we're going to start seeing these. They're controlled by so the FAA has approved everything. Now they just have to get Henrico County. Henrico County, it would be they have to get the final permits to finish off the whatever you call it, the port that they're going to take off. And then once they do that, we'll probably maybe by Christmas, sometime after that. You guys want to comment again? Text messages. Some of you people are making me laugh and trying to get me in trouble. I appreciate all of that on a Friday. 833-804-1140. Rich, the drone delivery is fine until it delivers a fragile package and drops it 10 feet on the sidewalk and shatters an antique vase or dish set. I don't think.
You buy many antiques on Amazon?
Yeah, I don't buy a lot of antiques on Amazon, but the text message makes a great point because once Amazon does it,
Yeah. Oh, other companies will start doing it.
And we'll start getting all these drones flying all over town.
UPS will start.
FedEx will. Sam's Club will. Costco can. You're going to start seeing other people that are in that e-commerce site business start delivering things.
But it could be a lot cheaper to do it through drones eventually.
All right. Somebody says, "Hey, Super Dave, you ever been dove or duck hunting? Those birds move pretty fast.
Not at 70 miles an hour.
I don't, unless you know that there's a supersonic bird that goes like I told you, my cousin Zachary is our world champion, our U.S. He's like captain of Team USA. Sporting Clay, I will call him and ask him if he can hit a drone at 70 miles an hour. He's the best in the world. In fact, he's over in Europe right now at FITASC. I think that's how you say it. The World Sporting Clay Championships. Oh, darn. We're done with time. Dave, I was having so much fun. All right. National Anthem brought to you by Freedom Services and Training, biggest Lowe's gun store in town, located in Mechanicsville. I'll see you Monday morning, everybody. News Radio WRVA.
Please stand for the national anthem
they pay attention
of
to
the
time.
United States of America. Oh, say, can you see?